Guys, I have some bad news. I may have lost a chick, and this is what happened. This morning, all of them were there. I opened up their coop door and I let all 15 loose, and they were, you know, jumping around and doing their thing. And about an hour and a half later, I'm looking out from one of my windows and I noticed that all of them were none of them were here in their kind of like their playground. So I got curious because I'm thinking, well, it's early in the morning and I know that they like to be outside all day. So I came out and I only noticed that only six were inside the coop. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm looking around and then I noticed 7, they were under these brushes. So somehow, even with the electrified fence, they were able to go through these bigger holes here. Not the ones at the bottom, like these. They were able to somehow go through the bigger ones. Now, that's only 13, right? And then maybe about a half hour later, another one showed up. I was standing here and looking for them, looking for the missing 2 all over my property. And then I just happened to come back here and one of them showed up, one of the Vonnevelders, and joined the other group that was outside. And yeah, I'm missing one of the Isa Browns, one of the yellow ones. So then I started looking throughout my property, everywhere. I looked for at least a couple of hours all over, and I just can't find her. I can't find her anywhere. So what do I think happened? Probably an aerial predator, hawk, owl, something came and grabbed it. I don't see any signs of a struggle. Like, I don't see a whole bunch of feathers, but you know, they're young, they're small, they really, I don't know. I don't think there will be lots of feathers laying around if a hawk came and grabbed it. But yeah, so my theory is that when something came down, some of them ran inside the coop and some jumped the fence or went through the fence. And when I came in and I opened up the coop door on both sides, obviously, because that one was already open, none of them would want to come out. No, they just, the 6 that were inside, they just stood still and did not want to come out. So that tells me that they are afraid of something, and that something has to be aerial predator, hawk maybe. A couple of days ago, I bought this owl, this plastic owl, which I am going to set up here today, probably on top of the coop. And I should have done it days ago, just to be on a safe side. But I'm hoping that this helps in the future. So what I'm going to do now, because they love to go under those brushes, and it was hard for me to even grab them or catch them under there. So I'm going to trim some of these brushes back, maybe trim some of the stuff back there and back there as well today. And I mean, I'll keep looking. There's always hope. I'll keep looking, and hopefully that Isa Brown will show up. Now, if there's a chick out there on the loose, normally they chirp, and I just didn't hear that. I walked all over for a couple of hours and I just couldn't find her. So yeah, it's sad that I'm missing, I lost one, but let's see what I can do to prevent any more loss in the future. So I'm gonna keep them locked up for now until I'm done with the landscaping part that I had to do. That's a guapo, by the way. A guapo and a jefe were here when I came in this morning, but I lost one of these yellow ones. Not sure if it was Ivana or not. That's the only yellow one that I named. I think Ivana, no, Ivana's that over there. It's that one, the smaller one. So I lost one of the bigger ones. And one more thing, why do I think it was an aerial predator? Because normally the flock acts as one cohesive unit. if one goes outside the fence, they all try to go outside the fence. But in this case, one was over there in the bushes, 7 were over here, and 6 inside the coop. Something happened. What I want to do is I want to cut a lot of these brushes, trim it all the way, maybe just to 5-10 feet from that tree, so I can get a better view from the house. Looks too crowded right now. Alright guys, so I cut a whole bunch of branches, then I went a little bit further. Not only that, I cut all the branches on the left side of this tree and over here to the right. I went further and I cleared all the shrubs and branches, mostly shrubs obviously, just like these here in the middle. So now we have a clear view from the driveway into the coop. It looks a lot better now. Yeah, no sign of the chick yet. I even went to my neighbor's 5-acre lot and I searched everywhere again and nothing. So yeah, there's always hope that it may show up sometime today, but I doubt it. Something happened. It's they're acting unlike them. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mount that owl. All right guys, so it's about 2 p.m. The chicks have been inside for hours and hours, and I just put a T-post on the ground and put that owl there on top of it. That's what I could think of right now. I may put it on top right here on the roof. I may get like a 2x4 and build some kind of platform so it's above the roof line. But it's time to let the chicks loose because they've been cooped up most of the day. Let's see if they come out. All wings on deck. So I'm going to test the fence in 4 corners because I'm curious how they were able to escape through that fence. Yeah, I'm just curious. So take a look. What a difference, right? Now I can see pretty much all the way around from the house. This is a lot clearer. The left side is clearer as well. I kind of like it that way better. Maybe in the future I may eliminate those bushes. And a lot of them over there too. I think I had too many. You know, the goats and pigs may go there next year. So yeah, I need space. I need to clear a lot of this land. And that's a project for later this year. So let me go test the fence. Yeah, most of them are outside. There's still a couple inside. All right, so what do we have here? There we go, guys. Right now it says 7,000 volts. 7,000 volts at the bottom. Same thing on top. 7,000 volts. Huh. All right, let's go to another corner. I'm sure it's the same everywhere, but I'm curious. All right, 6.5, 6,000 volts. Let's go to another corner. Let's go to the back of the coop. There we go. Here it's 6,000 volts. As long as it's over 3,000 volts, we're fine. All right, so yeah, 6,000 volts. You see that? So we're good. How come that doesn't affect the chickens? I'm sure it'll affect any other animal, but they'll go right through these bigger holes right there. Yeah, 6,000, 6,500 volts. It's the same everywhere. This is the type of chicken that I lost. This is an ISO brown. They lay 350 eggs a year, almost one a day. And wherever she's at, may she rest in peace. And hopefully we won't have that issue again. But a few minutes ago, over to my right, I saw a hawk fly between the trees back there. And I'm pretty sure that's a culprit. Now these ISO browns, they are the friendliest chickens ever. They allow me to pick them up, pet them, feed them right from my hand. They'll come right up. All right, I'm gonna let you loose. Go ahead. They're gonna be beautiful hens. So I think I'll keep looking. I mean, there's always that little bit of hope. So with that, guys, I hope you learned something here today. I certainly did. I am hoping that this Mukaro, that's his name, Mukaro, helps out with protecting the chicks. I hope that he makes a difference. But I have some other ideas that I'm going to be working on today, but that's for another video. So you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. Oh, and before I go, I do have to say that it is a little hard losing a chick. It's this weird feeling inside that you get when you know that you've lost something like that, a baby chick. Not so baby anymore. They're, you know, they're like almost like teenagers now. But it's not like losing. If you're a gardener, you know, if a deer comes and eats all of your plants, that's okay. You can always plant more. If a rabbit pulls out your carrots or what have you, you can always pull out more. It's a different feeling. But when you lose an animal like that, yeah, it touches you a little bit. And yeah, I just have to figure out ways as to not lose them anymore. I had to do different things around the homestead to prevent that from happening again. So I'm not gonna ramble anymore. I'll see you mañana. All right, guys, my wife just screamed at me. I was in my computer upstairs and there is a fox outside. Now, as you know, one of my chicks today went missing, and I thought it was an area predator, but a fox is out here. I just saw it. I don't know if you caught the tail end, and it went right in that area. A red fox. The same red fox that I've been seeing tracks of in the winter all throughout this area. Yeah, so he or she is in right around there right now. But that fox can definitely not get in there because that fence is electrified. Now, I'm not worried about the land predators. I'm worried more about area predators. And my wife screamed when she saw it from her window, from our living room window. And I saw it. It was standing, it was running from there down to here, and it went, yeah, it was standing, it went from there down to here, and it went in there in the woods. It'll be back. It'll probably be back every day until it realizes that's an electrified fence. As you know, my chicks have been coming out somehow through that fence, through the smaller holes at the bottom. Well, not the really small ones at the bottom, but like the third, fourth row, they come out through that. And if they come out, there's no defense for them. There's no security. That fox will definitely eat them, and that fox will be around here often trying to get one of them.
Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.